Warning, these milky smooth vocals might cause you to fall in love, or like, comment, and subscribe. All are perfectly fine and approved. Finally the game came out tonight, not a bad glitch to be seen. A kingdom of husbandos, but it looks like she's the queen. The Sims are trying to get in between her thighs, 'cause when they click Niflheim, the other team dies. So they all wail unanimously, who doesn't want a waifu who's OP? Now it's unreal, she's on every team. And not to be mean, kill her first, kill her first. I promise you don't want that work. Kill her first, kill her first. You ain't gonna survive that burst. Here I stay in Challenger 1. Let the whales move on. Being a casual never bothered me anyway. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Karen, and today's video contains antioxidants and vitamins, has 2 servings of vegetables, and is 100% MFO. Now today we're going to be looking at Bathory. It's long overdue, right? It's long overdue. So this character is, in my opinion, the best character in the game. Now, a lot of people talk about the Dragon Blood. They always talk about how strong and how it's so annoying. But if you take Bathory out of a Dragon Blood comp, it literally doesn't make it. It's so easy. You can just nuke the characters. You can just kill them all. But the fact that everyone has Bathory, or most of the people at the higher end have Bathory, or most people either spent the money on to get her through the selection thing, I'll show that later, or they summon on her string. So literally, even without spending any money in this game, if you were somehow a magical wizard and decided, hey, that character's pretty good, you could have summoned on her string, and in my personal opinion, you would be better off than having a lot of the Dragon Balls, because you could have finished out her string by now. It's been a month or so. You could have finished her string and then got one Dragon Blood character and then pretty much been Gucci. So let's go over why this character is so strong, even though a lot of people already kind of know, but just to you know, hammer that in. Just hammer that in. The best place to start is always going to be the stats. As you can see, she is not fast, 56 speed, pretty low end. It's one of the lower ends. I think there are characters that are slower. I think her block is very low. She still try to figure out block. I did say that we figured it out, but it's still such a weird thing. But from what I could tell, I think it's still that it's 50%, because some of these characters block more than the number than this 30 here. You know, like there's a 30% chance to block, but the damage is, well, we need to revisit that, honestly. Hit is 90, dodge 100, critical hit 150. I would like to see mages, especially mages of this strength, to have lower dodge. You know, like I think it's insane if you were to try to hit her and she dodges it. I don't know. And mages have always been, actually, if you guys don't know, in games that I can create a character like Dark Souls or Dragon Age or anything like that, I always pick a mage. I love the aspect of a mage, that you have this overwhelming power, but you have to be very meticulous with your movement. And in my opinion, it's more thrilling to be a glass cannon in comparison to a person that's a tank that deals a lot of damage or moderate damage and can take a lot of hits. I find it thrilling that I can only take one hit. I deal a lot of damage, but I have to throw out a spell, I have to be precise. And unlike in this game, you don't have to, because she has Tranquil, which of course we're gonna go into. Maximum attack, sorry, not max attack, but base attack on her is actually 1300, which is pretty good. You know, if we go back and we look at some of the other generals, let's look at Rachel, 1157. Let's look at Janai, 1085. And these are the other generals that inflict stupid crap based on your attack. So she actually has more attack than Rachel and Janai, or Janae. I keep, one day I'll figure out what I want to actually call her. Now, as far as defense, we can see her base defense is 675, but scFX's is going to be way higher than that. So she's definitely always, in my opinion, always susceptible to Fear of the Abyss. I love putting Fear of the Abyss on her because I have FC scFX. So me and Frankie, like I said, we go way back. So I can put his Despair on her and limit her mana gain to a certain extent. At least keep her down to 1 mana. But unfortunately, let's go over to the skills. And yes, we are going to cover the FC. So her base attack here, just click it, stab it. All right, hopefully you guys can hear that. Pretty basic. Looks like ice ball. I would say ice ball, but you know, I don't know. She has mana to utilization number 3. A lot of these characters are stupidly strong because they gain more attacks. So her base attack's 1300. That's without gear, without any of that nonsense, and she gets more attack depending on the situation of the battle. Increases attack based on allies' mana count. This is a good video. Increases the mana count. Oh my god, yeah, increases the attack based on the mana count. Gain 1 mana if allies' mana count is 10 or more, and then she also can gain another one if the enemies are 1 or more. So she can pretty much gain 2 mana per turn. And then as you can see, Breath of Mana are for front row allies. That does not include herself. You would need to get Rachel, I think is the only one. Rachel and Janae have the back row one, so she won't be getting that 1 mana per turn, but she also is ice, so if anyone blocks, she'll be getting mana because of that, or any other ice characters in the fight. So a lot of ways for her to get the mana, but you know, what's her triggers? And also, last but not least, the thing that everyone gets pissed off about, Tranquil. Tranquil grants allies with less attack than self with the Tranquil mark and protects from death 1 time. Now, it does protect you from death, which is nice that it doesn't protect you from the damage that causes death. Some games do that, like they would say like, oh, if this damage is going to kill you, it pretty much gets negated. So at least it just prevents your death. You go down to 1 HP, you're vulnerable to final hit, but as you guys know, protect activates before, sorry, not protect, block activates before. And you know, there's ways to circumvent that. And now with FC Rara, for some reason they just gave her a full heal because, you know, fuck us. You know, there's definitely different ways to get around that, or have some type of healing. Most people run healing with her to boost those characters back up to full health and things of that nature. Now, next is the Mistletoe? I was at Mistletoe, but you know. So she only needs 1 mana to do this. So as long as 1 character blocks before her turn comes, whoop-de-doo, she can do this 102 all enemies. And as you guys just saw, I hate this game. As long as someone has some mana, she can also gain mana on that turn. She's relatively slow, so if you know a couple characters went and they got their mana gain boosty nonsense, she has another way. I find it that it's pretty consistent. She consistently on her first turn usually uses this move, just because one of the many things can happen. Enemies have high mana based on her being slow, and by the time her turn comes, the enemy team has 10 or her allies have 10. Someone did 1 block. Most of the time, this is her first move, and it's going to be this move. Nice. Very cute, very eloquent. And then Niflheim, which I think it is in Norse mythology. Now, we've already went through this, is that it's a 5 mana burst, so she needs at least 5 mana to do it, and then the damage goes additional from that. As most people have seen, that sometimes just with the 5 mana, it's enough to get the kill, based on having high mana counts on your team, and then she just lets off this big 1-hit AoE that just chunks. I've seen in the 10,000s, if not more, especially if she's 6-star. She definitely should be 6-star. She's one of your 6 stars. If you have her, you're pretty much gonna 6-star her. She's no reason not to. So this is a nice animation. Love it in this skin and in the FC skin as well. The iceberg of eternity is here, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. I'm sorry. That's the best part of it. I'm sorry. Sorry I had to do this. You know what you did, bitch. All right, let's go and look at her fate core. Now, if you want to look at her fate core, it's actually going to be in the past. So this is her when she was younger. As I've been mentioning before with the ages and stuff like that, I don't think that this is indicative. It doesn't change when I'm in the skin to say how old she is. Bathory in her younger day, when she was outstanding in magical talent and intelligent in every aspect. When she was a child, she perfected in magic, kingship, decorum, and more, with perfect talent learning abilities, and mysterious appearance. With perfect talents, learning abilities, and mysterious appearance, she was also known as the Decadent of Spirit. She is a child, you know, in here, but I guarantee when I click on this and we go to Hero Story, not telling me that, see, this is technically her kid version. This is not to say that okay to lust after Rara, but if you can say that this is a kid, but when you go here, it still shows her old story, there's argument to say that Rara is a little bit older, and possibly even Anna, just because this is literally a kid. Like, you can't, it's just, but I've seen it. I'm just saying, the police, Popo need to roll up. How old? Too old, too old, too young, in my personal opinion. So now, when in this skin, does this change? So everything's water-based now, which is weird. So I guess she mastered the act of water and wind, and like that's kind of what ice is, so I don't really know. Now you can see she gets the one little basic thing, which is the hemming lava, which it kind of seems reversed. I think that Bathory should have been released in this state kind of, and then as she got older, she had a better passive. It seems weird that you would get younger and have more skill, but whatever. Overtime effect increases the health of all allies except herself by 20%, so that's pretty good. Another way to mitigate some damage if you have this FC, but most people, in my opinion, are just getting the FC just because, or somebody on the string, sorry, to be more specific, they're just doing that to get the character. Like, it's the only guaranteed way to get one of the generals is through the strings. And I know a lot of people will tell people to not to summon on strings, but at the end of the day, if you were to say, well, I already got a first guardian, or I got 2, or I got 3 of them, let me work on getting one of the generals, because they pretty much manipulate how the game works at the moment. A lot of the other fadeds that don't have any type of synergy with any of the generals just look, they don't seem as strong. They just don't. But they do need to add more characters that synergize with other characters, make more generals, maybe upgrade, pick a random character. Mahar. Make Mahar a general, give him a weird passive, and then make a bunch of characters fit under that category. I think that'd be great, because everything will just become a little bit dry if it's only those couple characters with that passive. They can also introduce new characters and then more new characters that fit under the passive, but right now this is the best one. Tranquil is the best one because it prevents death. So her skills stay the same. This is just Moby Dick. It's the same skill before, but now it's a different animation. The best part about her is that everything is one hit. If you guys have seen me struggle with trying to calculate damage and things of that nature, you got to do all this math because each thing is a multiple hits. I hate that, especially coming from Summoner's War, where there was actually significance to a skill hitting multiple times. Screen fodder, like it doesn't matter, like how much damage did I do? Just show me the end damage. So I kind of appreciate Bathory for that. And last but not least is this awesome animation. I don't know, like, getting one iceberg, I don't think comparisons to this. Like, looks like she like congregated an entire ocean wave and then attacked you with it. I don't know. What do you guys think is better as far as like, not just not the way that it's animated, but like, what do you think is stronger? Her summoning a big iceberg or her commanding a wave? I think iceberg makes more sense as it hurts. Like it's a physical, ice is like a physical thing. Water, but water can hurt you. Water can, people die through water and stuff like that, like getting drowned or getting caught up in currents and stuff like that. I guess iceberg would kill you immediately. Meanwhile, water would probably take a little bit. Well, it's a more, I guess, more torturous death, I guess. Why the fuck are we talking about deaths? I don't know. Almost forgot about our brand new section. Gear stuff. All right. I see some people on block. Block is not bad because if you happen to block, it will reduce the damage. But I think most people are with Bathory usually just run her on purple. If I could just find it. Here we go. I think most people run her on purple just because it allows her to heal. She has 2 really good AoEs. She has that insane burst to where she can get her health back. I think I showed it in one video where she got like 3k health back, which is not that bad to heal. Especially if you're underneath some dragon scale barriers, start healing behind them. Really, really good. And it was confirmed to me that the wrath counters do in fact heal you, because like I've said many of times that each wrath counter is basically that character somewhat attacking. It's just, it's coded weirdly, but it's like that character is somewhat attacking. So you slowly but surely get to heal behind barriers and stuff like that, because she's most likely going to be with dragon units. And yeah, I mean, this character's not too complex, but how complex is the best character in the game going to be? She has her own string. So you could say that that's why I don't like that some people say that the strings are pay to win. Mostly agreed by the community, the best character in the game. Why would you not summon on this banner after you got 1 or 2 first guardians? I wouldn't see the purpose of not doing that. Not that I'm a what do they call, like a meta hippie? Like, no dude, it's too cool. It's just I'm tired of seeing certain characters. I don't care what's meta, but I get to the point where I'm tired of seeing stuff. I want to see something new. I want to see the answer to that. I want to see what breaks that meta. You know, that's what I'm more curious about. So I'd rather get like Garth, even though you're starting to see a little bit more Garth, right? But I'd rather get Garth. I'd rather get Rudley. I'd rather get stuff that I don't see as often. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for the support. We are sitting at 4,700. 300 away from that magical 5K. So make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Blow it up. I want to do another guide today, so in the comment section below, if you would like, give me another character, and that character, whatever character has the most likes, so don't comment multiple characters, it's going to be a waste of time. Whatever character has the most likes by, you know, 4 or 5 hours after I release this video, whenever it drops, just count 4 to 5 hours after that. Whatever character has the most likes gets a review. I don't care what character it is. Mostly. I just thought about, I'm not reviewing like a 2-star, and I gotta watch what I say, because you guys are gonna hold me to it. So something that I guess, yeah, at least if it's a rare, I guess if you guys want me to recruit a rare, but I highly doubt. Most people are gonna probably want a legendary or a faded. Anywho, again, like, comment, and subscribe, and just remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.